Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Traders, welcome back. Welcome back to another beautiful day, another fine day of us here in the markets. I want you guys to tell me how my mic is sounding. Is my mic sounding better, louder? Microphone. Is it sounding better? Is it louder? Is this good? Is that better? Sounds better? It's at apparently I had it changing properties during usage may cause audio application issues. Apparently I had it at 30%. And why is it dropping down here? Why is it doing this? 60. Are we good? Check. Faster, moving like a renegade there for years. It seems like it's coming down again. Why? Oh, okay, maybe that's a problem for a different day. Okay, coming into the day, we got a couple of stocks that are moving. HNRA seems to be the one, up 74%. Not bad at all. 74% with 4.5 million shares of volume. High point 335. Low point is, let's see, so it's kind of been steadily going up. The last pullback we had, the lows were around 269. Right now it seems like we're holding up around 280 for VWAP. So if this comes down, I wouldn't really want to see it going below 70. Hopefully, if it does pull back first, we can hold up and then, get right back above the VWAP level. I'm gonna have to fix this mic. We're gonna get to the bottom of it one of these days here. Thinking today. Okay, so the daily chart. How's the daily chart looking? How's the larger time frame looking, which can give us an indicator as to what could potentially happen if this thing starts to move and breaks out of the zone that it's in right now. So looking back at the daily chart here, I am on single screen. Okay, yeah. So it looks like we've sold off here. Yeah, so we were trending around $10. We sold off, popped and then dropped 13.93, and then we've kind of had this washout down here. So 11.16, which is about 2 weeks ago, big red candles coming down. Now in terms of like topping wicks, we don't have that up until 13.93, but definitely 765 double top right here, 765, 780, roughly the same level. I'll put 770 right in the middle of those two. Was it 85? Well, 80. Is it 80 and 65? Yeah, so about 770, 775. I'll watch 770 just to remind myself once we come up there in that, not essentially a price point, but zone, in that zone, and that, plus or minus, let's say 10 cents to each side, there could be trouble there. And if there is, I might need to ease off and not be as aggressive. So let's see, is anything moving right now? Not quite. But yeah, 987 for the 200 EMA, 987. And then we have that 1393 level. And those are the levels I'll watch on this one. And to be honest, even if a stock like this just gets to $5, if we can get to $5, $6, that in itself would be all we need. That would be all that we need. That's HNRA, stock HNRA. HNR Acquisition Corp, Class A, common stock. So ICCM is another one that I have on watch. That one is up 62%. We can move on. IceCure Medical, ordinary shares. It's interesting that they put like the type of shares at the end. But anyhow, IceCure Medical, right? ICCM. This one is up 66%. And you know, saying the company name makes everything sounds more like organized, right? Rather than just the ticker symbol. But I mean, maybe we stick to the ticker symbols, right? ICCM. Oh, time is going quick. Has 15 million shares of volume. Let me start the screen recording and I'll actually pick up the pace here because right now I'm slacking. No slacking, no slacking. All right. Yeah, so let's see. High, low, how are we doing? We've traded this one before. We'll get rid of some of these previous trend lines just to, you know, have it look a little bit better. All the intraday levels we'll get rid of. Today's high, 147. Today's low on the pullback, 110. That gives us a bit of a range. Now on the daily, in the short term, the 200 is at 111. We are above that level, which is good. I'm going to put it in there just in case it sells off. Could be a support area. Let's see. So I had 125 as a blue trend line. I'm thinking it might have been a pre-market level or something. Was it? Why is the chart doing this? Let's zoom out a little bit more. No, well, to heck with that. I don't see anything on the daily chart for this level of 125. I'm gonna get rid of it. Let's see. 192. Okay, 192, which goes back to December 21st of last year. Big gap down, big, you know, topping wick. I think 192 will be a decent target here. Over 192, the high of that gap was 473. Pretty impressive. Most impressive. $9.25. Yeah, so if this one gets up to 192, I think that'll be good. And we'll see how it does from this level here at the VWAP, right? 123, 150, then hopefully $2. We get to 190, break of 2. So there's 2 stocks. The third one here is ESGL. ESGL, this one is up 45%. And there is 5 million shares of volume. Started in after hours yesterday. I do like to map out my after hour highs, which were 177 on this one, 177. So today we pushed up to that level and then rejected, and it's coming down. And right now we have lows all the way down here, like 128. It's making new lows right now, which is not ideal. So we'll see how it does. You know, hopefully it curls up. The daily 632 is the 200 EMA. And then all-time highs are at 2472, which is way up there. We've had cancel. It's like on the IPO, it looks like it sold off. Let's see, 1120, then 680. 680 could be a level that I keep an eye on. Time, 2 minutes. Just enough time to talk about the disclaimer. So for those of you who are new to the channel, day trading is not easy. Day trading is hard. Even on a day like yesterday where, you know, a lot of people, you know, made money, a lot of people also still lost money. And day trading, you know, wherever there's risk, there's reward. Wherever there's reward, that's the 2-minute warning is going off. Wherever there's reward, there is risk. And we have to understand how to manage risk, right? That's the definition of this job. You know, you go and you apply to a position and you try to look for what will be required of you. That is what's required of you in this field, risk management. So we have to be the best managers that we can be, and part of that is understanding that if we're new or if we're not consistent, that we take it slow. We utilize the things that we can utilize to have an advantage, which are simulators, which are risk money, right? Risk money, small amount of cash to trade with until you gain experience, become competent, right? Do not underestimate the market and how quickly money can be made or lost. All right, so with that being said, remember that the live streams are not an invitation to copy trade. Also, remember to be very careful about fake accounts and impersonating accounts. People are pretending to be me. It's very unfortunate. We're banning and blocking these people, reporting them, but they continue to make fake accounts on Discord, TikTok, Instagram, even in the YouTube comment sections. They're spammers and scammers. So you got to be very careful. Remember, I do not invest money for my subscribers. I will never have you send me money for me to invest it. I do not do that. I never will. I never have. Be very careful. Other than that, let's have a great trading day today. Let's look forward to being the best that we can be. Let's look forward to being sharp. I didn't write up the watch list. There's no time. There's 15 seconds. Right now, the only time that there is to rock and roll. So let's do what needs to be done here to ensure success. HNRA is the one I'll be watching into the open. Off to a volatile start here. Managed to be a losing trade. Interesting. So we got lows of 85. It's very volatile. It's moving very quickly. I want to see it over 310. There is quite a spread here. Some small losses. I'll let it go. I'll let it go over 10 before I get back in. Let's see if we can get that range to the upside. Not getting favorable fills in the spread, so easing off here early. There's a good push, but only 13. We want a little bit more than that. Now we see 15, 20, 25, 30. It has that kind of range here, at least it would seem. And the halt up is at 64. It's pretty far away. See, so there's 25. So it has the potential. There's 30, there's 35, 40, and it's off to the races. That's a fairly high fill. I may have to utilize limit orders here. There's a seller. There's a seller. I got to add there, but are we failing? There's a small seller. I'll cut this trade here. I'll get back in if I can. Let's see. That was a big pullback. Sizable pullback. It's only a 30,000 seller. It's not like a huge seller for this cheap stock. Surprising it's reacting that aggressively to a small seller. Relatively speaking, 30,000 is, it's not 300,000. I'd want to see a retest of that level. I think I got to get a little bit more active. Bit of a higher fill there. We're seeing some red waiting. A little tricky here. It might hold it because the 5-minute candle actually still looks decent. I hate I have to zoom in there. We want to have this at the ready at all times so we can make a quick decision. The sellers come down, they're trying to get filled. That's funny. They're from 30 to 23. That was a terrible fill. Another terrible fill. It's all over the place. It's a great breakout, but it's rejecting. Could have done better there. It's been a good stock. Underperforming here. It's a good stock. The spread doesn't really help. I like that it's curled back up. It's being resilient despite having the headwind. Keeping everyone on their toes. I tried to go long there. Didn't hit my keyboard hard enough. Not good. False breakout. Are we going to try again? Not nice. No retest. Okay, cool. 30 for the lows. It's right back up though. Pretty volatile. Not nice, as the kids would say. 350. Topping wicks. 5-minute candles look good though. So we more than likely should go here over time. I only got one position. Not great. Wanted to. So I'm having trouble hitting my keyboard properly here. Time 38. Ah, that was close. It's in a dangerous space here. It needs to hold here. If not, the 5 minute candle's closing soon, so could be dicey. Titanic. That's not a good candle at all. Didn't I could have traded out so much better. I needed to be a little bit more active, a little bit more aggressive. I don't know if it's finished, but we'll see. Big slacking, big slacking, big slacking here. Let me make sure the other ones not looking good. ICCM, WHLR, cheaper stock. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Likewise with Facebook and Twitch. Game time indeed. RDHL has been moving, and I could look at that one here too. It's been mooning. Is it halted? I honestly wasn't even gonna click on it because I thought this was like one of those gold stocks. Isn't this like a gold or Bitcoin, like MARA, maybe RDHL? Let's see. No, this is biopharma. Okay, this is a medical stock. And I saw it, but I was ignoring it, thinking it was like nonsense. Okay, all right. Not good. Not good at all. Oh, I should have been trading this one instead. I mean, look at just straight up. All right. Now I'm late to the show. 200 EMA time, 45. So we got 3 minutes. 200 EMA is at 6:34. We're over a bunch of daily levels. Pre-market high was at 42. Um, any other daily levels? Nah. So we recently had a pull away, kind of like a multi-day breakout kind of thing. Potential resistance up at 208. Let's just say $2. Potentially. It's like when they say allegedly, right? You don't know for sure. Potentially $2, over $2, maybe 360. Halt trades have been going good. Do I want to just size up here out of the blue? You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna go 45, 41. Okay, we have time. I'm gonna go 4,500 size. Cheap stock. Tight stops. The other one is curling up. HNRA is curling up. But I have to see the entry. If the entry is not here, then we're not going to take a trade. If we take the entry and it happens to be a losing trade, that'll be completely fine. As long as the entry that I want, I don't mind here. For RDHL. RDHL. A little over a minute. The other one, I was getting ready for the pull away over 50. I sized up. You know, I happened to take on a loss. I'm seeing the resumption is showing me 170, 190. It's showing even 250, but I think it's going to resume at 180, which is also flashing as well. If it resumes above 2, then that's just crazy. And it's possible though. Wherever it opens doesn't matter for me. It's what matters is that I see the entry. That's what really matters. Can I see the entry? Can I execute well? Tight stops as best as we can. As usual, no fear, no hesitation. These are the days we've been waiting on. The ESPN song NBA playoff chime is going off in my head right now. 4 seconds. 171. 10 minute. Or is my math wrong? 10 minute. I think it's 10 minute. It's showing 204 now. 170, 235. I mean, it's showing everything. Just have to wait and see what it is. HNRA still holding up that 305 level, man. Pretty good. Let that one slip through the cracks. From 6 up there to 18, you know, not bad. The RCT. Big Steve, you're going 9K blocks. Slippage on that is going to be, could be mad. Oh, wow, this thing's at 30. Wow. HNRA. Are we going to see a new high? The other one is going to be at 50, so there's 3 minutes. I hope it doesn't fail here. HNRA. It needs to be strong here for the Bulls. I wanted an entry, didn't get it low enough, so I'm waiting here. 48 is the highs. Two minutes to that resumption. There's 40, 45. Oh, I didn't go watching the dip. Oh, I'm in too high. That was a good attempt at that breakout though. I'm in at 27, the low is 22, but it's bouncing. Let's see if it tries again. Man, that's the breakout trade that you want to be in, and then you're just selling 60, 70, 80. Either any one of those three. But it rejects 50, like if maybe there's a seller there. And here it goes again. 48, 60. It's like they're shorting it or something. 94 for the halt up now. The resumption on the other one is coming up. 50, 41. It's about a minute. Less than a minute. I forgot it's not even on the screen, this other one, but that's okay. We didn't really do anything anyways. I think I'm gonna size down. I'm gonna go to 35 because I think people might be. This one might not get the full volume. 171, less than a minute. I think the volume might be split, so I'm not gonna go all out. Here we go. What's going on? Why is it not? Was it 50, 41? Still didn't resume. I gotta check it. Maybe it's like a different halt code, potentially. Or 15 minutes. Switching to the other one. If you have shares, I'd recommend you keep an eye because it could open up randomly too. That does happen from time to time. 403 for the halt up and for HNRA. Will we see the 3-bar play here? Hold on. My fills probably weren't that great. What we do is the risk a little bit. The other one could resume at 55. Would have loved that breakdown there for HNRA, but held up 40 very well. This candle's about to close soon. I'll load up on it here. Load up if it dips down big. I'll load up big size. $55, was it 55.41 potentially for resumption on the other stock. Less than a minute. I don't want to be in two active trades like this, so I'll have to choose I think I'll choose the other one. But I like how this one is setting up here. If it gives a bigger dip, I definitely like it. But it's holding up well so far here. Well, looks like I'll be trading both because I have shares now. I want to add. It's coming up. It's coming up. I'm gonna look away. Do not burn me. Do not blaze me. Okay, nothing is gonna happen again. 20-minute halt. Do not go to the depths. All you do. And maybe this is a little too risky. Maybe. I'll get back in. I really want it lower. Hold on. Let's see. Talk to me nicely. Fill me, fill me, fill the shares. I think I'm gonna take it here. I'm gonna put a stop in place. I might add again, actually, is what I might do. See, it's like, man, you really have to be patient though. Oh, there's a resumption. Crap. Holy smokes. I'm in a whole nother stock. Oh my gosh. It's volatile, it's volatile. I'm missing it. Oh my goodness. It looks exciting. What was the high? 50? Trade two stocks at once is never easy, man. To the ups. Maybe this is. Well, it looks still. See, it still looks good on the 5 minute. Might be selling too soon, and you know I might as well trade the other one though, because it's been 50 minutes of trading this for nothingness. Might as well. It's still pretty active. High 50, low 11. Being red on the other stock is very tragic here today. Very tragic. There was more than enough to be big green. Can we hold that dip? Maybe not. We'll take a loss there. Oh, oh, 03 for the lows. It could be backside. It's possible. The low, the wick was 85. Although, I don't know if it dipped to 85. I kind of saw 40 once it resumed. 35, 40. Okay. 25. It's very volatile. The volume is very high. Um, I like that we held up those lows though. High of the red candle was 37. High of days at 50. The other one sold off, so cutting the trade was a good idea. I thought it looked good, but it's just pulling back a little too much there. The trade that we had wasn't really a great trade because we didn't wait for that low. I needed to have the big position at like 22, 23. Instead, I had it at 27, which is not great in case it failed. Like, there's just too much risk. But if we were in 23, we could have like sold 37 or so. Not that, at least half would have been good. There's a ton of buying here. Let's see. It could still fail though. But waiting, watching. Out scratch for now. I wonder if I would have saw an entry. I'll watch it back when I study. There might have been an entry somewhere. Of course, that's where it bounces. Lovely. Come on. I didn't want to take that trade twice. That's me getting chopped out. So let's see what it does here. Pretty volatile stock. The other one is selling off. Man, I'll be back. I'll be back. What time is it? I'll be back. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Pastor, we'll be back in a sec. Okay, what did I miss? Not the best day here so far. Watching these two stocks, especially RDHL. 'Bad. Not bad at all here. There's some big sellers up at 30 though. Quite the red to green. Seems like it's not done yet. If it gets over 30, it's a good chance it tries for highs. Forty-two thousand share seller at 30, 45,000 share seller 34. But this one is very active, very liquid. Already close to 50 million shares of volume. That's pretty good. There's a hidden buyer at 25. That's pretty good. Halting up here, potentially 65. Very good, very impressive. There's a hidden buyer at 25. And we broke the seller, so that's not bad. Good, good, pretty solid move. I'm off my game here a little bit. Should have been in there. Gotta gotta get into a rhythm. Still, it's freaking 10:30 here. Pastor still trying to get into a rhythm. Ay ay ay. Resumptions coming up. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully it's not 20 minutes again. Very very good. Very good. Waiting patiently. Pretty smooth move there. We got halted at 16. So at 21, we should see resumption. 21:30. 21:30. This is where I have to capitalize here. If not, the day is over. So I'm gonna look forward to being aggressive on the resumption, and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, it will not be a great day. If we don't get a good trade, or we don't get a trade at all, it also will not be a great day. So we'll be aggressive. If we can capitalize here, at least we can get something out of this day. Because there's that time clock. I haven't really said this yet, but again, you have to be able to assess how much a stock has moved and your performance relative to the move. And these stocks have moved quite a bit today, and I have not performed. So I need to know that the time is winding down, and this maybe is the last move. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. There really hasn't been a second wave of momentum. So once this first wave is done, that might be it. 10:30, 10:40, we could already be out of here. So got to make the most of what's left. On the dip at 25, I wanted it lower. But again, it's not sometimes not what you want, it's what, is there. And there was a massive amount of red hitting the tape at 25. So I thought it was going to break down, and I was watching for that breakdown to go long. But there's a buyer there just buying up the shares. So the moment it bounced, could have took 29.30, hesitated. At once I hesitated 30 because I knew the seller was still at 40. What was it, 34? Like 30,000. Kind of hesitated there. I think like 20K was remaining, which is not a lot, but hesitated there. And it's like trying to buy 50 is just like chasing the entry. Needed to just fire off that trade, and just like that, especially if I would have been holding, boom, up 800. All right, 265. 21:30. So we got less than a minute. Looking to dial in. Let's see how it goes. $20. Halted at 265. 10 seconds. No fear. No hesitation. 5, 4. Here we go. Should have held that. As long as it doesn't Titanic. Oh, come on. What's that? All those bids for teleport down 10 cents. I like that it's still holding up at the halt level though, and the previous high day level, which is good. 53. Do we mean business or is it just a bluff? It's the third time we're down here. Looks like it's coming down a bit. It could be a good 5 minute setup, but typically this is not what we want to see out of the resumption, you know? So I'll just stay on standby. Looks like it's just slowly bleeding out here. Very disappointing out of resumption to see this. Halt downs at 04. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing the halt down. Could be pretty good. Now at 99. There's a small bid at 10. I wouldn't mind seeing the halt down. The halt down is at 96. ICCM, on the other hand, scrolled up a bit. Probably worth watching. What a not so good day. I traded the other stock poorly. Pre-market high here is at 47. There are bids coming in. Will it continue? It's very active here. ICCM pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. All right, maybe that's too aggressive. There's some sellers, but a ton of buyers just came in there. Not bad, but sellers are sitting. I think on a day like today, and you know, it's part of the deal is being a trader is that, you know, sometimes you really just got to look at one stock. And you got to have your undivided attention there. Still battling ICCM. So I'm watching here. Let's see how it does. There are some sellers coming in. And there's my stop. Good bounce here though. Above VWAP. Try it again. Well, looks like I'll be trying to take a loss. To the depths it goes. The Christmas tree is in full effect. And I took that with some size, thinking the risk is limited. It's gonna flush down to 10 cents. I like the pullback, but the pullback's not holding up. We did start off with a bit of a wick, but watching for the dip down, watching the 27 area and VWAP area, neither working. To the depths it goes, to the depths. Well, that's looking like it's today, to be honest. Um, Not great to have a $400 loss there, but part of the deal. Signed a contract. We know what to expect. We could have definitely done better on HNRA. That's the stock I meant to say earlier. I think I mixed it up with the other one. HNRA, I think, was the stock of the day for me. The other one was pretty good, but you really and truly needed to be trading it before the halt up. And if you had shares into the halt, even better. But the resumption, from what I could see in the side of my eye, I don't know. I think it was pretty like all over the place. But I'll have to watch back the entire video to see, like, you know, I'll go back, study that resumption, and I'll see if there was an entry or not. But yeah, HNRA, we fumbled the bag, fumbled the bag here. You know, areas like this should be dominated. right? Areas like this with these low entries right at the VWAP level. We can see that the breakouts weren't really the best on this stock because every time we got up, it kind of sold off here, here in these areas, topping wicks here. So it's down and then up. And then even as we get higher, topping wicks again. And again, short sellers, this is a short seller's dream. So when they're seeing all these topping wicks like this, they short it going down, they take some profits, it comes back up, they're very aggressive to short again because every candle just selling off, not holding up. And then we end up here in the depths. The damage today, 400 bucks in the red. Ay, ay, ay. This catches me off guard though, like when a stock at this price range, it's like when you trade a stock at 50 cents and you lose 10 cents. It's like, it's too much sense to be losing. So here, losing way too much sense on that second drop, especially. Not expecting to lose more than 3 cents. I'm out for a 10-cent loss. Yeah, I think that'll do it for the day, though. It's an early day. We can stick around and see if something else comes. Oh, close to 10 cents there. The other one was also pretty sizable as we didn't hold. And I added early thinking it would hold higher. The teleporting down. Um, yeah, we can stick around and see if something else comes. I mean, we're only down a scratch trade. What I don't like to do though is like push it too much if we're not going to see anything. One scratch trade, one scratch trade. Yeah, HNRA still moving a bit. Definitely good for those people who love the extended dips here. Bigger red candles coming down, holding up the lows around 90 and then curling back up. Over 24 is definitely interesting here too. See if it gains good volume. It could end up retesting the highs if it gets enough buyers going up. But we'll see. So there's 27, 28. Pretty decent after a bit of a false push. 34. Is it going to go straight to the highs here? 36. This is how it happens. Before you know it, we're right back at high of day getting halted up. A little slow there, but not an awful fill by any means. There's a couple cents. And can we continue to get a couple cents? A couple cents. Couple cents a day can help to keep the 9 to 5 away. So they say. So let's see. It's a bit of a spread. Couple cents, couple cents. 38. Can we see 40, 50? Hive day is right there. 60. Hive day is right there. Up. 45. 46. We're inching up. We're inching up. Where are those bulls, KB? Is this it? Can we see a sweet move? It's disappointing. Those trades like that suck. I might as well have took my 5 cents. It's still alive. It's still alive, KB. It's still alive. Can we see this sweet move here? Over the high. We're still alive. Is this the start of something here? Not the best fill, but okay. Could have probably given it more of a chance though. Some lousy trades. I like it higher low, as always, as usual. Just waiting patiently. I'm gonna take 25 area. Can we see a bit of a bounce? High or low? High or low? Anticipation of the high as well, if the volume is good enough, but all that green and no move right there. Yeah, that was not a good entry there. $100 loss, 5 cents. Cool. Was a high 45. We're still seeing these topping wick candles. It's not really a great sign here. Short sellers are going to continue to be aggressive if they can continue to see that. So people probably short here, like, yeah, I'm just going to stop out at 50 or 60 if it goes. But with all these topping wicks, it's like, yeah, it probably is not going to go anywhere. We go up right here, bearish engulfing right after. We're going up here, topping wicks right away. It's a mess. It's probably going to Titanic here pretty soon at this rate. What we need is a big, strong candle, full body to hold up, and keep the move going. Because I have the heart of a breakout trader, I'm still gonna watch this entry here. Although it might be trouble. And again, you see another topping wick, like another wick every time. If people are just gonna keep adding here short. And then to the depths. That's happening too because people are not willing to hold their shares. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take my profits. Maybe they're in at like 25. It's like, hey, okay, I'm just gonna take my profits. Or maybe they're in at 35. Hey, I'm just gonna take my profits here, 45, 50. On other days, other stocks, people are like, you know what? This thing looks good. I'm just gonna keep holding here, and I'm gonna see if I can't get the move. The 60, 70. And then here we go, red candle going down. These stocks like this are not good for me because it immediately eliminates half of what I do, which is buying breakouts. It's not that you can't make money, but again, half of what you're looking for is already eliminated. So it makes it that much more tricky. So we need the lows to hold up and for the bigger push to happen. So there's still a chance. There's still a chance that the bulls can win and we get a nice move to $4. to the depths. Short sellers getting the victory. This is why it's good to have a broker where you can go short and just make this money here, though, right? Short sellers feeling good about themselves here after that flush down. Short sellers feeling good. I didn't check to see if they have shares because they usually don't. I think that might do it for the day. Disappointing day here for me. Below expectation, below average, subpar. But we'll get another chance tomorrow. And we will be back better than ever. I was a little distracted today. That's my problem. I was a little distracted. What's part of the deal? Sometimes that's how it goes. You just have to come again. Hopefully you guys on the Discord and the YouTube live stream did pretty well. The Fed. What is KB? So I'm guessing it's like a newer viewer. KB is a member of the audience here on live stream that I'll call his name whenever whenever there's a setup, whether it's like a breakout or something, and it's just like, saying, where are those bulls? Are the bulls in control? Are the bulls alive? Yeah, today I was a little distracted. But that's okay. I'll be back tomorrow. So we're down $400, $476.51. If I had to guess my fees, because these are gross losses, gross gains, probably like $20 or less, probably like $10 really, because we didn't take that many trades today. There are still some small fees. This year we've paid 4,500 in fees, but we've took like 9,000 trades, so it's not that bad, right? Their commissions are zero, but there are like still some, processing fees, essentially, is how you can say it, right? Word it. Recommendations of ticker symbols. I mean, for us, the scalpers, the hyper scalpers, the stocks that we've been looking at already have been pretty decent. HNRA, RDHL, but you got to be careful of them being on the backside. This one is still, we kind of had this range, 270. And we could have even put it higher here towards the very first low, or let's say more recent low in pre-market, which was at 86, and we did come down there a few times. We're in this range, and the day is not over yet, right? The market is not going to close till 4 p.m. So it's possible it continues to move up and down in this range, or it breaks to either the upside or the downside here over time. And that can provide more opportunities, right? Even if it just continues sideways in the channel, there are opportunities there. I prefer to trade uptrending stocks. It's where I usually do my best, when we're trending up rather than down or sideways. But within the sideways consolidations, there are smaller uptrends, right? Let's say right here or right here earlier. Those are the areas that I try and capture. Whether it's like buying low, selling higher, or buying a little higher, selling a little higher. I didn't position myself properly today. This month has been a very inconsistent month in terms of red days, but it's been a good month. Our average red day is, smaller than our average green day. And I think this month I've had the biggest average green day and biggest average red day of the year, I think. Could be wrong, but maybe August is close, but yeah. The problem with this month though is that we've had like 9 green days and like 7 red days, which is like way too many red days. These red days like today are unacceptable because I really shouldn't be red on a day like today. So it is a little disappointing, but you can't be so frustrated that you do something stupid, right? So you have to kind of stay, mellow. You have to stay in the Goldilocks zone. You know, of course, I'm a little upset, but again, you got to keep it to a limit, right? If you push too hard, it's just not going to be good. You don't want to get into that bad mindset, and then it's like, you know what? $400, 4,000 shares is 10 cents, or maybe you say, 10,000 shares, just, a few cents, 4 cents. And before you know it, you're taking on, way too aggressive positions. So I keep it so mellow that I could, I'm never going to get to that point, right? That's the goal. That's the system that I have. You don't want to skew your thought process, your mindset, the marathon mindset. It's like, all right, messed up a little today, but all right, tomorrow coming for you. And I can come back. I probably might come back later if there's something. ICCM, this one pushing up a little bit. Even this was a disappointing drop here. It's like you can say this uptrend, it took like 45 minutes to do 35%. And then it did a 20% drop here in 3 minutes. This is called taking the stairs to go up and the elevator to come back down. And I mean, even if we look at it in the more recent time frame too, we would still want to see a gradual descent. And best case scenario is we hold up the move, right? But from 17 to the highs, about 19%, and then immediately back down. Bearish engulfing. Yeah, so guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Let's see if there's any questions coming in. Any questions, comments, concerns, and then we'll head out of here. I tell you, this pastor name really came out of nowhere, man. I'm stuck. Adding every dip on the SQQQs, few shares. OPEC meeting. I've really been paying attention to the Fed meetings when it comes to the CPI data and how they're combating inflation. That seems to be like having the most impact on the market. But definitely if you're watching oil, and other industries, you definitely want to watch a little bit more of what's going on. But yeah, so for me, but what I'm doing is every time we get dips, I'm buying discounted companies myself. And if we do see a recession next year, I'll just continue to buy discounted companies. That's all I'm going to keep doing here in terms of the long-term stuff. Um, if the market ever goes down like a dramatic amount, then if I can, like as long as I have income, I'll just keep buying because I don't need the money, right? I'm not going to need it anytime soon, unless I need like a big purchase. Which the only big purchase I could think of would be like property right now, but you know, property right now is kind of skewed unless you're buying cash. I mean, with these rates right now, yeah, these rates right now, it's kind of crazy. You can all like, I mean, there's good deals though, right? I mean, if you can get a good deal and you can withstand paying the high interest, it could make sense because it's going to come down eventually, and then you can refinance, get a better deal interest wise. But we'll see, we'll see. But right now, for me, I'm looking at the paper assets, man. I think the paper assets for myself and my situation makes the most sense. And honestly, the risk I think is just so low because even if the market goes down, it doesn't mean anything for me because I'm so young. If you're coming up on retirement, you might not want the market to go down another 10% or 20%, 30%. That could be drastic to your portfolio if you're trying to pull out at the end of this year, next year, whatever. But for me, I just look at it like, yes, cheaper stocks that can go back up over time. Good companies though, right? The companies need to be good companies, right? So we still have to do our research. We can't just go out and buy any company and just, hope it goes up, right? We need strong performing stocks that are undervalued. Let's see. He's mediocre and don't know what he's doing. People like that, you can tell immediately who they are. Like, if here's the first thing, right? There's a million people here that's on YouTube creating content, and there's dozens of people in the trading community creating content, right? So imagine coming to somebody's channel who you think is mediocre, doesn't know what they're doing. What does that say about you as the individual, right? I mean, it obviously means that you have problems. Because why go and do and watch something that's mediocre? Immediately I can just see who you are without knowing who you are, just from how you write your phrases and your sentences. You're more than likely guaranteed an unprofitable trader who's miserable, and you're coming here to try and project your insecurities onto our community. This community is a community for people who are hardworking and disciplined traders. So, Big Steve and Dash, you can send them to the depths. To the depths, brother. To the depths. Here, there he goes, Titanic. Yeah, moving on. People these days, I tell you. So ICCM, HNRA, RDHL, those were the few that were in play today. It's funny too because, I mean, it's just so obvious. Like anybody who understands business, who understands day trading, they know that day trading is never easy, right? Even on days where there's a big stock, you can still end red. And so again, it just shows you that like if someone speaks like that, they're not doing well. That's super obvious. The merch is coming. The merch is coming. The merch is coming, and the merch is basically finished already. Uh, but we're waiting for the right time. It's almost there. It's coming. Yeah, the community is like 99% supporters because people love the transparency. They love the consistency, showing up every day, and so forth. So, but unfortunately, there'll be a few bad apples. Like the way how I am though with my personality, like I was made for this stuff. Like being in front of people, it doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Like, and we do have to account for ignorance, right? And not in a bad way, right? Ignorance as in people who just don't understand and who just doesn't know. Because ultimately, there's a lot of people now who just never had the exposure necessary to understand what the market is, what investing is, what trading is. There's people with 401ks and these things that they don't really even still know what the market is, right? So we have to account for lack of understanding, which is one thing, and that's okay. So you'll have certain people that will ask certain things and are not sure, right? And they're looking to be educated, they're looking to learn, and that's always good. Um, but you will have people who are just, bitter and miserable, unfortunately. And that's just life. Where there's light, there's also darkness. And we can see it with the people who are creating the fake accounts every day. Why don't these people spend their time doing something, you know, honest, something good? They're choosing the easy way. Hey, this person, they have a following. They're doing something in the space of finance. I'm going to create fake accounts and I'm going to go message their followers and try and scam money. People sit down and that's what they're thinking to go do with their day. I mean, it's just how the world is, right? And this is in every industry, every field, every sector, every business, every company. There are a lot of good people and we can't overlook that. But sometimes it just seems like the bad apples, man, have more of an impact in certain areas. But ultimately, where the world is today and how far we've come as a race, it shows that the good people and the honest people has had far more of an impact. And hopefully that continues to be the case. So we'll continue to be, the light. We'll continue to be the light. We will continue to be the light. I was doing poems and stuff like this, at the age of like 4 or 5, in front of 50, 100 people audience. True story, true story. I'm not making that up. I forgot what grade I was in, but I performed a poem called Miss Mabel's Mango. I think that was like a 50 people audience that day. I got second place though, which I should have gotten first place because, I did such a good job. My performance was top notch. The other people that won, there were a group of 3, I think, and they did all right. But for solo act, the pronunciation, the dramatic effects, and everything that I did in that poem, man. By the way, if you guys have not heard my poem about day trading, maybe today is a good day to pull it up. I forgot what it was called. It's been so long. It always brings a tear to my eye every time I listen to it. Man, what was this thing called? I did it like 2 years. I have it somewhere. Oh, I think it's called A Poem to My Next Red Day. Red Day or Red Month? It's not coming up. Why? Why? I can search from within my channel. Okay, yeah, Poem to My Next Red Month. I'll post it. You guys can check it out. Poem to My Next Red Month. I hope you're not coming soon. I don't want to have nightmares of last June. By the way, I was green in June of that last year, but it just rhymed, so I went with it. But yeah, I'll post it to the Discord and to the YouTube stream. We can listen to it here if you guys want. If not, I'll post the link. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna read that comment. What do I think about Ross Cameron? Um, you know, from what I can see from the outside, I think he's an excellent trader. He and like I think so there's a few other people that live streams. He's one of the people that also live streams. Um, he uses commission-based brokers, I think, with Lightspeed, and he's not really like hyper scalping like we do here. We're like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 trades a day. I think for him it's like maybe like 30 trades a day, maybe 20 trades, 10 trades. So it's like less trades, like holding longer, stuff like that. But he's a pretty good guy. I mean, from the outside at least looking in, it seems pretty cool. Um, likewise with like Humble Trader, who we met at the conference. Like Humble Trader is pretty cool. Like some people they seem cool, others like more aggressive, right? But also seems cool as well. But I don't know any of these people personally, so I can't tell you like who they are personally. I mean, I have no idea. They seem like good people though. Yeah, so everyone is saying play it, so we'll just play it here. I have to unmute the desktop audio and let's mute my mic here and we'll play it. To my next red month. Poem to my next red month. I hope you are not coming soon. I don't want to have nightmares of last June. With you, I learn the most. You always keep me humble and remind me to never boast. Avoiding you is impossible, but knowing that I am unstoppable will give me the strength to keep going when green seems unachievable. Red, red, red is what I will say when I'm having my worst day. But knowing that you are showing me a better way is what will bring about the brighter days. Keep pushing is what my brother will say when I call him and it's another red day. Red, the color of rage, the enemy of discipline. I will have to be careful to not get caught slipping. Emotions will rise, but prayers will keep me calm in the most trial of times. Staying focused on the task at hand and knowing that success and loneliness goes hand in hand will bring about the future that I crave so bad. Red, I love you. I hate you. It's just so sad. Man, what a poem. What a poem. A little bit of tears always comes to my eyes every time I hear that poem. Maybe I'll do another one of these days. Let me mute the audio here again. I forgot it was on dual screen. But yeah, that was pretty good. Red, red, red is what I will say when I'm having whatever the sentence was. Yeah, but I always say this, like I have a brother that trades as well, and like we talk a lot, almost every day, and it's like this is it, there's no way to run, there's no way to hide. This is it. This is what it comes down to. So, you got to put on your big boy pants, your big girl pants, and you have to rise up to the task at hand, right? Because it's not going to get any easier. We have to stay disciplined. We have to keep pushing. We all have some sort of goal, some sort of dream, some sort of plan. And if we're utilizing the market as an avenue to get there, we understand what is necessary. We understand the unwritten contract. We understand all the pain, the suffering, the difficulty of what's required to get to where we need to be. So, that's what the poem is about, right? Those were the things that I was thinking as I was writing it. But yeah, I wrote it a very long time ago, and when I watch back content for me like 3 years ago, there's certain videos, live streams, and things where it's like we're talking about the days that we're seeing now, and even now, we can still understand that there's more work to do, and that another 5 years from now we'll look back on days like today, and it'll bring us back one more time, like once again, we'll feel it, we'll understand that we have improved, because I'm not gonna stop pushing. I'm not gonna stop pushing. I'm gonna keep improving, keep growing, keep grinding. It's never gonna stop. And that doesn't have to mean financially, but just personally, mentally, like just becoming a better individual. There's so many things that I want to do, and once I can achieve financial freedom, like I don't need to be living like one of these guys with like a boat, a jet. Like I don't need all that stuff. But once I can reach financial freedom where I no longer have to be concerned about money and paying for things and bills and these type of stuff, then I'm gonna transition even again at that point. And it's like there's certain things that I personally would like to be able to know how to do. And once I have more freedom on that aspect, and in that time, I'll pursue those things. It's like, but there's like a priority right now, and the way how this high inflation is hitting, man, it's like, financially you kind of have to push to be able to get to where you need to be here with these hard times. So, we're slowly increasing our risk as traders. We're still pushing, we're still looking to improve, still looking to be better. Did you guys see this Relentless logo, by the way? Maybe we bring this logo back one of these days, right? This is like the very first logo that I had. The very first Relentless Trader logo. The shooting star to the money bag. And I did put a bear there instead of a bull too. Thought that would have been a little cooler. Let's look at the comments. Man, where's Theo, man? Where's Theo been? I think Theo comes around every now and again. But also looking back through some of these old videos, like you see people who like were here like every day. I'm for Pam. This is Pam, by the way. Pam is from Boston. Uh, Posts like fitness and yoga stuff. Pam, I remember very well. I want to say Pam is still around. Quitting your job was the right move. This was 2 years ago. For me, Red September, nothing I want to remember. Only lost a few. Wait, is this a poem? Oh, holy smokes, I think it is. For me, a red September, nothing I want to remember. I only lost a few C notes, but it's the mistakes that bothers me the most. It's like thinking with your other hat, with your other head, when taking the wrong girl to. Well, okay. I think I read this back in the days. I don't think this is my first time seeing this, but it's funny like seeing it again. But October is now here, and there's a lot of uncertainty and fear. But for me, none of that matters much. I'm gonna attack October like I don't give a fuck. Oh my gosh, this is lovely. I don't remember this person though. Like maybe it's someone who might have been in a few of the streams here and there. This is good. I think Marcelo has one too. I think Marcelo has one. The poem is very versatile. I was bored yesterday and actually wrote down some rhymes regarding my trading as well. Here's what I came up with. When the trading starts halting, when the stocks start halting, I start shorting. Is the backside close? I'm gonna hold my short, of course. I see a wick, I make a click click, short resistance, cover support. If I get squeezed, I will reshort. Does the stock go parabolic? I'm gonna become a shortaholic. It's pretty decent. Maybe we can have some of you guys submit your best lines. A shortaholic. I tell you, man, there's beauty in poetry, right? Maybe we write a haiku next time. An ETF out of the logo. This is the only community where we can go through poems and day trading at the same time, man. Yeah, manifesting towards like green months are always good, you know? But for me, it was that like the red months, you kind of like, you can reflect. It's almost like you can reflect even more and see more of what you did wrong and like where to improve. But I guess looking at it, I mean, it's pretty 50-50. You can still learn a lot from your green months, what you have done well, what you can continue to focus on, what you can also improve on as well. So everybody better go submit a poem. Yeah, those poems are good. I think that's a good place to shut it down. Maybe I'll write another one. I'll see what I can come up with. So we can focus on some green. Big green to come. RDHL, let's go watch this. Let's I want to watch this thing quick. I'll do it on a live stream. Let's see if there was an entry here on this resumption. I think it was a 20-minute halt, so we're halted at 171. Resumption 240, 210. It looks like it's 210. Open was 31 actually. Wait, hold on. I need to see that again. The open was 31. So it looks like it opened and then dipped immediately. Oh, I think I would have been in, but it only got to 40 and then it's back down. It's too wild here. I think I would have been in 28. I don't know what fill I would have gotten, probably like a 2 cent winner. And then I think I would have left it alone. It's just too, it's like too wild. This, I don't know, it's moving so fast. This is usually not not the case. One more time, one more time. I'll let it play here. 71, 16. Yeah, I think it would have been in 28. It looks like it would have been a scratch trade. Because the moment it doesn't go through 30 immediately, I'd been back out. That dip there to 05 looked good. I think I could have took that. Probably would have gotten filled at like 15 though. Which means I would have only made a couple cents if I was lucky. That dip was a good dip. Though that was like 05. It was pretty good. And then this nonsense trade over here in the middle where we didn't continue. And right before I took this position, I said, let me be patient. I wanted low 20s. I thought low 20s was more likely to come. And then I ended up saying, you know what, it's kind of holding up a little better than I thought. And I changed my initial like thought process. Ended up buying high here. Because this could have been a great trade. And then the seller comes in too. The buyer rather comes in. That convinced me even more that we're probably not going to see the bigger drop. But if I was patient, right here, watch this drop here, right into this red as we're coming down here, is where I could have gotten my position right here. This is where I could have took the entire position. Instead of adding now, I should have took the entire position here. This was the initial thought process. So once we push over like 34, from 24, you're already seeing that 10 cents. And then you can definitely, unwind. So there's 37. This is where I'm like, okay, let me just, take one off at least. But you can see the spreads are like, 32 by 35. We just saw 37. So from 37 to 32, it's already not really great. Anyhows, all the archives, the sea of archives. The computer has over 2 terabytes. And one video is about 1 gigabyte, I think, on live stream. Let's see here. Yesterday's 1.2 gigabytes. So we have a ton of space here. Some of them are unteachable, or most of them. I think, yeah, most of them. We take some off like over time because it's so much. I can show you guys how it looks here in the classes. For the gold members, if you're a gold member, this is how it'll look. Hold on, let me go back. So when you have access, you'll be able to see your progress. So like as from a student's point of view, you can see that I do not have access to silver. But of course, silver is free right now. Silver is free utilizing coupon code subscriber. Code subscriber will give you access to silver, which is a free classes, just a few classes and some archives along with a few edges, right? Edges then archives. But if you're a gold member and you come in, this is what it'll look like. You'll have each class, and then you can come through. It'll track your progress, and of course, we can see the progress of the students too, right? So you can come, you can start the first class, and then you can come on down, all the way through and through. The classes will vary in length depending on the subject matter. We did it like this. That way it's easier for you to revisit a specific subject. You could do like 30-minute classes. Some people do it that way. 30-minute classes, hour classes, sometimes 2-hour classes. But what happens when you have it all together in one video is that if you want to see something very specific, you have to kind of skip through to see the chapter that you're looking for, right? But we have everything from even the basics. That way, even if you're someone who's very new, you can still come in and be able to, get started. So we have candlesticks here with Marcelo, right? We actually have like everything, well and organized, slides and everything. Let's make sure to bring up the quality here to 1080p. And you can come in here, you can sit down, and Marcelo will walk you through, candlesticks, right? So if you're a very beginner from, everything you need to know. And this stuff is important, like the fundamentals are important because, as we know, each candlestick is telling a story, and the better you understand the fundamentals, the better it is, right? And so we cover different sections as we go through all the classes. The Pastor and the Mighty. Pastor and the Mighty. We have the bull flag, 3-bar play, the ABCD, everything. Every single pattern that we trade is in here, right? The 3-bar play, the flat top breakouts, the baby pullbacks, everything that you'll need to know. And then from the patterns, right, like recognizing the patterns and what they look like, we then go into the like the edges, right? So it's pre-market analysis. I can't talk, man. Daily chart analysis. I should probably stop saying that I can't talk because I can. Next thing you know, I actually can't talk, and then that's it. Bye bye live stream. There's level 2, of course, right? Level 2. Risk management topics, right? Circuit breaker halts, halt resumptions are in there because we really think that these are some of the higher risk trades, and they are. I mean, with how fast they move, right? But yeah, you can come on down, then you get to the edges section. This is where we then, in the exact order of the of recognizing the patterns, we come back up. You have all of the, the bull flag, the VWAP, pullback, and etc. The ABCDW. We have that coming down now with now, all the examples, right? And so you come here, you get to see more, right? Not just diagrams anymore, but us actually trading all those patterns over and over and over. Examples from myself, examples from Marcelo, right? And then, I mean, there's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of stuff, right? There's a ton of stuff. How long it takes you to go through a course depends on your availability. It depends on how free you are. If you're, if you're like a college student, you graduated, and maybe you say, hey, I'm going to put in some time towards this before I do like a full-time job or something, and you're free, then you literally can put like, 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. But if you're someone who you're already working a full-time job, maybe you have some other responsibilities, maybe you're only doing 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, a few classes every day, right, until you go through. So how long it takes, it varies from like people to people. And then this is the very last chapter is the edges, right? Well, rather the archives. Jeez, it's the archives. So this is where we upload every day, Marcelo and myself, and you can come down and see, like every single like trading day here essentially that we have. So that's a great sample size of like what we're doing every day. So you can see on this particular day here, what is this? April 24th, Marcelo plus 5K on stocks INAB and ACON, right? So you can come and then you can watch and see how Marcelo traded, and you can come watch and see how Marcelo traded, see everywhere he's buying and selling, right? And then you of course have all of my archives as well. HUDI 1K afternoon trade. This one was 9 minutes long. So on this day, my camera is off because I couldn't bother putting it back on. Let's refresh here, get the high definition. Hold up, hold up. But with how powerful my computer is, this shouldn't even happen, man. So I'll have to upgrade pretty soon. HUDI. Oh wow, this it's like when the moment I see the chart, it starts to bring back the memories. Let's see. Low of 8.6. I think this was just some great range trading, but not necessarily in a range, like buying the lows here, getting the higher exits coming out as we're bouncing up nicely. Low of the last has been 67. We've also had the previous high right in this area. And so I'm watching, and hey, can we get the curl back up? Can the 1 minute candle make the new high? Can we get back to the highs of 55? Hey, look at that boost right there in the price, right? It's lovely to see. So I'm going to jump back in again to see if it wants to keep going for the new high. I think I'm going to cut this. Yep. And then look at that. It's right back. Can we see that push through 50? This looks aggressive. 50, 56, 60, 65. Sometimes, and are those entries very aggressive? Of course they are. But this stock just keeps going, right? So sometimes you guys see me buy back pretty high, and it's like, why in the world did this guy buy again right there? Sometimes the stocks they just keep going. They just keep going. But I'm pretty. How many people are still there? I'm pretty proud of this. I'm pretty proud of what we've done here. Like, there's a lot of fake people out there. There's a lot of like trolls. There's a lot of people who pretend that they know what they're doing, but they're not transparent. And then there are some people who do know what they're doing, and they're still not transparent in trying to like help people. But you can't get any more transparent than this. This is literally all of the instruments we use, and there's commentary behind the videos too. So it's here, right? It's all here. Whether you want to see, a $1,500 day, a $400 day, a 2K day here for Marcelo, it's all here. The red trades, the red days are all there too. Marcelo, 10,000 OCEA. Guys, man. Utilize the coupons for those of you who are looking to get involved. For silver, for free, utilize coupon code subscriber. For MMU Gold, you can utilize coupon code DREAM for 50% off. Unfortunately, we do not have monthly payments because if you give access to the course for 1 month, someone can come in and like essentially get all the material and then like cancel the next month. So we don't have it set up that way. Yeah, so there's a quarterly option. What is that? Every 3 months or there's an option for every 3 months, and there's an option for yearly. But of course, the yearly option is the cheapest one, which does equate to about 50 something dollars a month. It's pretty cheap. It only, $600. I definitely understand though, right? Because things are tough out here for people who are trying to build wealth, who are trying to become financially secure and free. $600, it is a lot of money, you know. It's a lot of money for people who are in that situation. And I was in that situation. a lot of people around me are still in that situation. People in my house today, right where I am right now, are in that situation. So I understand it very well. It's difficult out here. It's not easy, especially if you're the head of a household, and you're taking care of the big bills, the mortgage, and all these things. It's rough, right? If you're renting and the rent is just going up, it's not easy. So that's why we try to give as much coupons and things like that as we can as well to help out the people. To help out the people. Day trading, man. Even on a day like today where I wasn't my best, I love it. I know I can come back tomorrow and I can be my best tomorrow. I look forward to the opportunities. It's 11:39. I don't think there's anything else for us to talk about. I think we've covered all the topics. I guess we can mention the Discord, which is where it goes down, and then we'll shut it down here. We'll end the streaming here as well. Guys, the Discord is where it goes down. Am I missing MSS? Is it moving well? And I'm ranting away here. Oh, big dang, wow, from 13 to 22. My goodness. You're probably not able to sell on this type of move down though. It's probably instant halt down. It's hard to sell shares. One of these days, I don't usually hold into halts, but what needs to happen? I need to be in there 10, 20K size. Stock needs to go from like 5 or 10, whatever, to like 30. Something crazy. And that could happen with buyouts. I think I've seen one of those before, but that's like luck though, we're not really relying on that, but it would be nice, right? I think I've seen a stock go from about 14 to like 69, I think. It halted up normally. It was a hot stock already because of the breaking news. And then like I think quietly there was like a acquisition going on, and then it got halted up. During the halt, we realized it wasn't 5-10 minutes, and then before you know it, like 2 hours later, things at $69. I mean, what a day, what a payday that would be for anybody, really. We don't look for that, but if it ever happens, then we'll gladly accept and take it. But yeah, you guys can also check out the Discord. This is where it goes down. It goes down in the Discord. During the live stream, after the live stream, before the live stream, you guys can come in here and participate and hang out. And we can come down and check and see how the community did today. I usually am sharing my screen here, but the screen sharing has already ended. The day is coming to an end. How did the community do today? Let's see. Yesterday was a crazy day for most people, man. Crazy day. All the orange names are students, by the way. And also keep in mind that different people are using different share size. Some people are also in a simulator, depending on where they are with their career and trading experience. So coming down, we got a supernova explosion there. Coming down, not bad. Green is good. Jorge, base hit day. And this is what we love to see. Students who, already at this point, a $700 day is a base hit day. Crazy stuff. CAPT for Mozo getting it done. 1400 on that one, and then 900 on the day. Crispy Trades with a nice day here, or just yesterday. Am I looking at the wrong? Okay, this is yesterday. This is all yesterday actually. Maybe I need to come down some more today. Where are we at? Today. Okay, here we go. Let's check out these orders. 305 to 333. Nicely done. Nicely done. Sam. Small size getting it done. Lovely accuracy here too. 60%. Way to go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Jackson, small loss today, down 23. And after that gain yesterday of like 400, 700, I think 7. Pretty good. Midwest, very solid day. Waiting for my cash account to settle. Or is this settle from yesterday? So decided to trade in the sim today. Can't wait to get past PDT. Nicely done here too. Way to go. Tim, nice day, up 2.4. Regular things here. Let's see, small size, what was this, 21 cents. Green on American Airlines. So I find that some people, they do trade some of the larger cap stocks. The larger cap stocks, and will also trade the cheaper stocks as well. Not bad. AAL, and then ICCM for 15 cents. Small loss, HNRA. Minus 233. Triad, small red, not bad. Let's make sure to hit the thumbs up on the emojis here as we go. Danny, way to go. 700. Red to green for Jorge today. You know, George, Jorge, I think either one can work. However you guys want to say it. A little loss, let's see. 165. So again, guys, don't forget, some people will be keeping small size, some big size, depending on where they are. Jessica, another one of the students, $1,599 today. Way to go. Nvidia and Tesla. Tesla printing. Way to go to Jessica, man. You know, George also trades some large caps in American Airlines from time to time. But I mean, way to go. I usually don't venture out as much, but you know, hey, if you're doing it, you know, you're connecting, the strategy's working. As you guys know, I say whatever works, works. And so keep it up, keep up the good work, keep it going. 21 bucks here. Galaxy, we got Mike. -4, small red. We got Crispy Trades, took a nasty haircut, RDHL dump. I think that was the big flush out that we had earlier. So we got some good P&Ls. Not bad at all. Some red P&Ls too, right? First day back on DAS, hotkeys messed up. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Stay safe. Stay green. Catch you guys later. And in the recap, we'll be back. Catch you guys after that. Stay safe. Stay green. It's been Relentless Trader. I am signing out. It's been a long stream here today.